What's up, beloved? Welcome to the MHP's Table Etiquette. I'm looking at your thumbnail, right? And I'm thinking to myself, why are you and your higher self kind of disconnected? You guys don't see things in the same light. And it's interesting because I've never seen a higher self look more angry, look more upset at themselves about their choices, their actions, or their behaviors. It's like if you're disconnected this much in the spiritual realm, just imagine like what type of information your higher self is trying to get to you, Scorpio, and you're not even listening, you're not paying attention, you're doing things your way. And it's like your higher self is trying to warn you, like, in the future we're gonna suffer for all these choices you making. Like, man, let me help you. Like, look how this higher self is looking at you, like, Scorpio, what's up? What that choice you made the other night, that girl you was with the other night, that guy that you chasing after, like, look what's going on with us, man. You ain't paying attention. Like, look. But right now, Scorpio, it's all about you, what you want, your needs, your desires, and you push your higher self to the side, and they're a little bitter about it. But either way, let's go ahead and see what's going on with your higher self in this mirror edition and see what your higher self wants you to know, because the mirror ain't nothing but your shadow side looking back at you, showing you something you don't see about yourself, Scorpio. And for some reason, yours is a little angry or upset with you. But let's see what's up. Beloved, what's going on with Scorpio? Wow, two came out. Wow. I'm going to put those back because I only do one at a time, but it was perspective and change. Wow, you got the same thing Cancer had. Clear your energy. So once again, this is about people, places, things, right? Things that's blocking your intuition, blocking your download, blocking you from really communicating with your higher self, blocking you from really getting the information from the spiritual realm that you need to live a happy and productive life. You think you're happy, but your higher self is suffering. Like, no, that was a bad choice. You don't see how that choice is going to have effect 5 years from now, something like that. So yeah, this is like those moments. This is like those moments when, let's say, for example, it's a guy, right? And he meet this girl, she finer than wine and so on and so forth, whispering sweet nothing in his ears and all this type of stuff, right? He get to know her a little bit. They get intimate. He don't use protection. And then boom, she his baby mom and she crazy, deranged. And he got problems for the rest of his life out this bitch because he didn't listen to his intuition. Like all that finer than wine, there was still something that was telling him don't mess with her, but she was just too fine. He just couldn't walk away. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that's going on with your higher self. It's like you're making life choices today that's going to affect you tomorrow. Okay? What else, beloved? What else does Scorpio need to know? What else? The light. And what else? Perseverance. You know what, Scorpio? I think more than anything, your true authentic self, your higher self, like there's more light in you than darkness. Like you are the light. You are supposed to be the light for so many people because you're intuitive. You get downloads. You know things that other people don't know. Not only that, Scorpio, but as a Scorpio, people come to you and tell you their life story, hidden secrets. You don't understand why, but it's because of the energy that you have that draws people in from the light that reveals all of their darkness. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, for some reason, the way you moving in life, Scorpio, you moving in the opposite direction of this light that you are. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's a person, if it's society. I'm getting like a Scorpio that know they out of their element, but still do it for the thrill or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So Scorpio, whatever is going on with you, you going in the opposite direction of where your light is. Like this, and to me, it don't have nothing to do with other people because I don't feel like you easily misled. I feel like when you come through, Scorpio, and you make choices, you do it because you want to, not because somebody told you to or influenced you to. This is you totally doing you, right? And you doing you going in the opposite direction of the way you're supposed to be. And And I see that you are persistent and going in that direction. And beloved is getting ready, Scorpio. Oh my goodness. This is supposed to be a mirror edition, not the predictions. Okay. But I see beloved is finna come through with a tower on you, Scorpio, to get you back on the right path. Because like I said, this is you. No one's influencing you to do this, just like your higher self sitting there in the mirror like, bro, sis, what's up? What you doing? Why going in the opposite direction? Like, you supposed to go to the right, you going to the left. What's up? And even your higher self can't reason with you. So what's left to be done besides beloved send a tower to get you back on the right path? Okay? And it has a lot, though, to do with, I don't know, things that you are encountering. Like, let's say that you have the lust of money in your heart, so you're chasing those things. Let's say that you have the lust of men or women in your heart, you're chasing behind that. There's something that you are chasing behind that's not good for you. And your higher self, beloved, is trying to tell you right now, the choices that you're making are going to affect you 5-10 years from now. But you can't hear because you're not listening. Okay? So let's see. What else does Scorpio shadow side want them to know, please? Ooh. Expressing anger. How do you express anger? Do you bottle your anger up or blame others for causing it? So this is definitely one of the reasons why you're going in the opposite direction. You don't know how to handle your emotions. You haven't learned the art of emotional intelligence. And so when you get upset, you just pop off, and whoever's in your way, hey, they gonna get some of your anger because that's just what it is in that moment. And you know what? This is one of the things that's pushing you in the opposite direction of the direction you should be going. Because instead of you going towards the light or leading people to the light, your anger is pushing them away. Because remember, like I said, Scorpio, you're one of the few zodiac signs that people come to and open up about their deep, darkest secrets. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, we could say Scorpios, they the kings and queens of intimacy, and they know how to D a person down or pee them down, whatever. We could say all that. But the truth be told, in those moments of intimacy, when the head hits the pillow, people's pillow talk to you about things that they don't pillow talk to nobody else about, Scorpio. But this anger, this is about something that's repressed. It's something that's inside of you that's still bothering you. You ain't taking care of because you are chasing after something else. Your higher self, look at your higher self. Even your higher self look angry. Okay, this is you. So, man, what's going on? What else, beloved, does Scorpio need to know? What else does Scorpio mirror want them to know? What else? What did I say? Life decisions. How has your shadow self influenced your life decisions? And you know what? What's interesting about your shadow self is look how your shadow self is looking at you, and you won't even look back at them. How are they influencing your life decision? Are you choosing to avoid them? Are you choosing to keep them in the dark? And it's funny when you have to talk about yourself in a third person, but it's because you're not paying attention to yourself. Your higher self right now takes a back seat to everything else that's going on in your life. And like I said, there's constantly trying to come through to you like you're going in the wrong direction. That decision, you're going to pay for that decision 2-3 years from now, so on and so forth. I'll give you a perfect example. These girls that's right now getting these BBLs and so on and so forth, man, give them 10 years. I hope they still got money because as age comes, 50s and 60s, what is that going to look like? Like, it's cute right now, you 25, you 30. But what is going to look like when you get 50 and 60? How is that life decision going to, make a difference to your quality of life? Are you going to have pain? Are those whatever that they put in there, is it going to start hurting? And some people have went through it, almost immediately. But what's the long-term consequence of that choice? You understand what I'm saying? So these are the type of life decisions that your higher self is coming to you about, like things that you're doing now that's going to affect you later. For example, people that choose to utilize different narcotics, they don't know that it hits their spine. Okay, let's just say, for example, what's his name? Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti lived a fast life. When he was on top of his game, I'm sure he was doing all kind of things. Matter of fact, in one of his last interviews, he was talking about when him and Jay was doing, cane or whatever, and all of that type of stuff. But that long term catches up with you. I think he had a couple of strokes, maybe a stroke or two before he ended up passing. And, my heart goes out to him and his family. But man, life choices. Like 54, that's not even halfway through your life. Like they say at 50, that's when you can build an empire. 40, your 40s and 50s. So it's just sad. But this is what Beloved is talking about, those life decisions. How are those life decisions, the cause, going to affect you later, Scorpio? Okay? What else does Scorpio need to know, Beloved? Anxiety. How do you cope with anxiety? So on the other hand, you also have stressors and things like that worry you, that bother you. And this in itself is a killer. Anxiety, because all that stress and worry and all that type of stuff puts, pressure on your heart and whatnot. But how are you coping with anxiety? And between having anxiety and anger, that's a lot in itself. And like I said, look at your higher self. Why, out of all zodiac signs, does your higher self look angry too? And you're like, you're in the material and acting like it's not affecting you, but it's affecting your higher self. Even your higher self is still angry. Like you need to clear your energy, do something, do some type of work. But man, this is not what's up, Scorpio. Like whatever's going on with you right now, like I said, you going left when you're supposed to be going right. And you're doing it. No one's influencing you to do it other than you leading yourself. You're like, this is what I want to do. Can't nobody tell you nothing. I don't know if Scorpio is a fixed sign, but the way the energy is coming out, it's like, man, like an emperor type energy. Like you got Aries or something in your chart, right? It's like this energy of, I do what I want to do. Now, I do as I want to do. I don't do what others do. I make the status quo. I am this and that. It's like, that type of energy. Like, I don't know. It's just an energy of like a boss type energy. Like I'm in control. It's like that Janet Jackson song, I'm in control. I call my own shots. Thank you. That type of energy, Scorpio. So I don't know. But let's get some tarot out, see what else you need to know, Scorpio. Let me get 3, Beloved. The 5 of Cups. Wow. The 5 of Cups, the Tower. There go the Tower. And the 3 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Your shadow, man. Lord have mercy. Didn't I say, Scorpio, that by you going in the wrong direction and even your shadow side not being able to redirect you, that the Tower was coming? And look what came out the deck, the Tower. It's like Beloved is trying to tell you, Scorpio, there's some things that's going on with you right now. I don't know if you're suppressing something that bothers you. I don't know if you're suppressing a childhood memory. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this 5 of Cups is. It represents something different for each one of you, but it's causing you anger and to be angry, and it's causing you anxiety. And this is the reason why you are bent. It's almost like, how kids, let's say kids grow up in a home with a pastor or something as a father, and he all strict and, a Bible thumper, and, we going to church 7 days a week all day, but he come home and drink and hit everybody in the house and be cussing and everything. You grow up, you be like, no, I'm going to rebel against that. I'm going this way, right? It's that type of energy. Like, man, something happened and it made you rebel against the status quo, right? It made you go against the grain, and you're going against the grain, but it's not to your benefit. Like it's hurting you, or it's getting ready to hurt you. And like I said, what's interesting is this is supposed to be the mirror read, right? But it's like these are coming out tonight. Like these are predictions. Like, I'm coming through and I'm trying to tell you what's going on behind the scenes before it actually happened, right? Because what's the outcome is the 3 of Swords, some heartache and some pain. And this can come in so many different ways for each one of you. But like I said, in the direction that you are headed right now, Scorpio, you are getting ready to have a Tower moment because you're going in the wrong direction. Okay. If you can redirect yourself, and I'm getting the book of, what is it? Not the book of Job. What was his name that went in the belly of the whale? Oh my goodness. It's been that long. Lord, forgive me. But whatever. Jonah. So Jonah is a prime example. A Beloved told him to do something. He rebelled and went on the boat, whatever, the ship, And beloveds, it's a whole storm just to get them up into that well. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the tower is about. This is how much God loves you. God is trying to redirect you, Scorpio, to get you to go in a different direction than what you're going, because I feel like the direction that you're headed in is misleading you. Okay? It's like you have eyes to see, but you don't have ears to hear. And that's a contradiction. Like, if it's cool if you can see, but if you can hear like a train coming and it's coming from behind you, you understand what I'm saying? Like, beloved is trying to get you back on the right path. And, you know, whatever's going on with your higher self is really like, man, Scorpio. And I'm looking at even the scars. Even when you bleed, you don't bleed because you so divine. Like, you got the light within you, Scorpio. Like, it's just who you are in the spiritual realm. I'm surprised that I'm getting this reading for you, because you're the light in the spiritual realm. You're a powerful being. And I feel like this redirection, this is what it's all about, Scorpio. It's about redirecting you down the right path so you can be the light to people in darkness. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some power messages for you, Scorpio. Wow. What does Scorpio need to know? What are Scorpio's power messages, beloved? Wow. Ooh, it's funny. The water signs need redirection. They intuitive. That's crazy. Beloved, what's the power messages for Scorpio? Forgiveness. How can you practice forgiveness towards your shadow self? Wow. So your shadow self and you at war? Now I understand why your shadow self sitting there looking at you like, man, bro, sis, what's up? Like, you're not paying them no attention. This is the weirdest thing, right? Because your shadow self is you. What is it about yourself, whether past, energy, or something like that, having you forgiven, that you're is there something spiritual that happened? Was there a father figure, a mother figure, something that triggered you? Like, I don't trust like the spiritual realm. You know, if there was a God, this could happen. It's like something that happened that's putting you on this path that you're on. I feel like it was something that triggered you because you are like being rebellious on purpose. Like I said, there's no one forcing you. There's no one pushing you. There's no one that's in your vicinity that's running you or controlling you or influencing you. You're doing this all on your own. And I feel like you're trying to get back at someone, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Scorpio, but damn, it's affecting you though. Okay. What else, beloved? What else is Scorpio's power message? Wow. Childhood memories, huh? Oh, so here we go. Think back to a time when you felt hurt as a child. Imagine you could speak to your child self at that moment. What would you say? So this does have something to do with childhood memories. It's something that you haven't forgiven from your past. Maybe even something that you forgot about, that you stuffed down, that you don't want to look at, that you don't want to hear about, that you don't want to think about, but it happened. Okay? What else, beloved? What else is Scorpio's power message? Wow. Like I said, this is going to be triggering. I celebrate my uniqueness and my individuality. Wow. So something about your childhood, I feel like you were told not to be you in some type of way, or you couldn't be yourself. You didn't measure up to someone's expectations of what they thought you should be or something like that, Scorpio. Whatever happened to you in childhood, I'm just going to be honest. This is the reason why you're rebelling as an adult. The choices and decisions that you have made. Like I said, let's take, for example, someone who's LBGT, whatever, right? And they do the whole operation. They get the surgery, so on and so forth, because they're rebelling against something that happened to them in childhood. This is just a scenario. This isn't all people that go that way. But let's say they're rebelling against something from childhood, and they're trying to hurt their father, who was, didn't love them or show them attention or was never good enough or whatever the case was. And at the time when they got the surgery, they thought, man, I'm going to get them back. I'm going to turn into a whole woman or man, whatever. I'm just going to do it and get them back. And in the end, they only hurt themselves, because as they get older, they wish that they could just be who they were before this whole journey started, and realizing that they never really got back at that family member, that they were just hurting themselves. It's like that type of scenario. So Scorpio, whatever's going on with you, love, like, beloved is trying to redirect you back on the right path. Whatever happened in childhood, it was obviously something that was detrimental, and I'm sorry for that. But beloved wants you to get back on the right path, because you are the light and you have so much power within you. Like I said, look at his scar. Look at his scratch. His scratch is like light. It's not dark there or nothing like that. His higher self, his reflection in the mirror, he's taking most of the scars, right? So you are light regardless, Scorpio. You are so loved in the spiritual realm. So beloved is coming through and just trying to give you that reassurance, like, look, you need to get back on the right path, because you're going in the wrong direction. Okay? But yeah, either way, Scorpio, that's the message I got for you. I'm getting ready to do Pisces. And then I think I'm going to do a message for the divine masculine or something like that. But definitely make sure you guys follow me, like the video, share the video, all that kind of stuff. If this is where it ends for you, I thank you so much for tapping in. Until next time, love, peace, and soul. Take care.